Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is April, and on this video we are going to do a semi glitter eye, just a little bit of glitter. Anyway, if you want to see how I got this look right here, just keep on watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And fourthly, follow me on Instagram. My name is StyleByStone_. All right, loves, I'll see you soon. Keep on watching. Watch the video. Hi guys, I decided to do a voiceover because as I was watching it back, I had just woken up and I sounded really sleepy. So anyway, I just primed my eyes with the 24-Hour Eye Base by MAC, and in my crease I am using Brown Script and Saddle to warm up the crease a little bit before I apply my lid color. These are my everyday crease colors that I will always use for most, if not 99% of my looks. Now I'm just spraying my brush with the Fix Plus spray and applying All That Glitters eyeshadow on my lid by MAC. So I couldn't decide which glitter I wanted to use. I had the holographic pink and the iridescent white to put on my lid, and I decided to go with the iridescent white, I believe it's called. It's by MAC Cosmetics. And at first I used the Fix Plus spray, but it didn't adhere as well. And I know that you could use actual duo glue, but I didn't want the glue actually on my lid because I feel like I can't really blink with it. I know it sounds weird. So I decided to go back in with the 24-Hour eyeshadow base that I used before by MAC and apply a little bit over top of the All That Glitters, and then I put the glitter over top of that. I'm only applying it in the inner corner of the eye and then a little bit further out. It's not going on the entire lid because I did want you to see some of the All That Glitters underneath the actual glitter. So I'm just going to finish up applying the glitter on the lid, and then next I'm going to apply the liquid liner by NYX. This is their matte liquid liner. I like this because of the brush is really small, and so it can give a really nice smooth line. I like a dramatic wing. The longer the wing, the better for me. I do use concealer to clean up my wing, and I just use the Pro Longwear Concealer in NC45 by MAC, and just take a straight edge brush and just go ahead and straighten out the tail of that wing and get it really nice and crisp. Now that I have wing liner and lashes applied, my lashes are the House of Lashes and Iconic. I'm going to move on to skin, and for my primer I'm going to use the Mineralized Time Check Lotion by MAC. And I like that because it kind of just smooths out the skin and gives a matte finish to the skin because I am really oily. For my pores, I like to use the 24-Hour eyeshadow base that I put on my lids because it kind of gives the illusion that my pores are a little bit smaller, which I wish they were. I have that glitter all over my face. I'm trying to pick it off. I ended up using a mascara wand that didn't have anything on it to kind of flick off the glitter before I put on my foundation. One more thing that I do before I actually apply foundation is that I set my primer with a loose powder, and this is the Loose Fit Me powder by Maybelline. I believe the shade is medium deep, and you won't see it once I put on the foundation, but it's just also an extra step that I do to keep me more matte. I know it looks crazy and ashy, but I promise in the end it'll look fine. So for my actual foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Superstay foundation, and this is in the shade 355, which is too dark for me. So I'm going to mix in the MAC Prolonged Wear Concealer in the shade NC45 on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to use a damp beauty blender and just dab that onto the skin. Once I have my foundation on and it's ready to go, I go in with the LA Girl concealer in Fawn. This is my favorite concealer of all time. I buy it by the boatload. I wear it almost every day, and I just use a damp beauty blender again to blend that out. So I'm going back in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Tan to just brighten up my face in the center. And I'm also going to use a damp beauty blender, the same one, to blend that out. But I like to let it sit for a little bit so that it's easier for me to blend out. Sometimes when it's way too liquidy, I'm blending forever. So I take that time to put on my mascara, and I just bind my bottom lashes with my falsies, and that is the MAC in Extreme Dimension in 3D, and then I'll go back in and blend out my concealer. Now that everything is buffed out, I'm going to use my favorite powder, which is my Patrick's powder. It is so smooth and velvety. I should have bought 8. I only got 2. I should have bought more, but I'm just using a damp beauty blender again. Can you tell I love a damp beauty blender? To just buff that into the concealer areas, so it's going to give a really nice smooth finish. So from here, I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix powder in NC50 for the outer portions of my face, wherever I didn't set with the Patrick's powder, just to bring some color back to my skin. So I actually used 2 different powders to bronze / contour. Right here I am using the Studio Finish powder in NC47, and then I'm going to go back over it with a denser brush with the NW50 and the Studio Fix powder by MAC. I just like to use 2. Sometimes it gives me more definition in my face. Well, not sometime, all the time. It just gives me more definition in my face, and I really like the look of 2. And then I'm just going to go out and use the Patrick's powder with again a damp beauty blender, and just carve out the bottom to give more of a precise look to the bottom of my cheekbone. So I just applied the MAC For Sure an Extra Dimension blush, and now I'm putting on the Gold Deposit by MAC, and then I'm going to go in again with the MAC Trio with the Hyper Real collection, and it's the gold set. I believe it's called Get It Glowing, and I'm just going to add 2 of those colors on top, as you can see. So I have about 3 different highlighters on. I am very glowy on my cheekbones, and I'm just fixing my nose ring because every time I do my makeup, the bottom bar of it always flips back out, and I hate that. Right there, I'm just taking a powder brush. It's nothing on it, and I'm just dusting everything off and kind of blending everything together. So for my lips, I'm just going to line my lips with my favorite lip liner by MAC. It's called Cork. And I like to outline my lips first and then just fill in my lip and press and blot the liner so that it can have a nice gradient from liner to lipstick. So I like to add a little bit more liner than usual so that you don't see any harsh lines. For my lipstick, I'm going to use Riot House. That is also by MAC, but that was a limited edition. It's like a peachy nude. If I can find a dupe, I will put it in the description bar below. But any peachy nude will work for this look. And then for gloss, I'm just going to top it off with Myth Lip Glass. That is also by MAC. Alright guys, and that completes the final look. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!